Okay, natapang tayo Sige. Papasok na hindi nagbasa. Last na to. Sulitin natin, simutin natin hanggang huling patak. Benepisyo ng GL card. Well, to my defense, kahapon sinend yung reading materials. Saka, yun nga. Hindi pa naman ako sure kung may klase ba or hindi. Kasi sanay kami na ASIC activity. Pero ganun talaga. Saka wala. Pagod na pagod ako sa biyahe kahapon. Hindi ko kayang magpuyat. Hindi kaya magpuyat pero social media. Sabi nagpapaantok. That is the curse of the bed. Pag talaga nag-aaral ka na mayroong malapit na bed, lagot ka. So, yan. Ano na ba? Night 2 kagabi nung patay namin. And syempre, hindi ko alam kung kailan pa ililibing dahil aayusin pa lang sa munisipyo yung death cert. So, I need to check schedule. It's 7:58, so this is admin doc. Medyo kampante naman ako dito kasi nakapag-reset ako last time and I would say ang ganda ng reset ko doon. Papikit-pikit pa yung mata. And then performance ko sa midterms, I would say 80s. Kasi isa or dalawang question lang yun, hindi ko na-answer ng confident. So okay ba ako? Naghilamos lang ako. Ay, pero hindi. Kailangan mag-moisturizer. O diba? At mali pa yung mali pa yung clinic ko na link, kaya pala walang tao. Dahil ito ay admin. So after this, lipat ako sa kabilang bayan. Lunch naman, lunch and merienda with our balikbayan friend. But I have to finish submission 9 and 10 for VIL PCA ruling. Baka matawag for report. Okay, 26 na kami. Wait lang, kailangan moisturizer. So tandaan, ang pinakamahalaga sa pag-attend ng online class, dapat you feel good about yourself, you look good, dahil nga nagaganon siya. Ano ba kasing topic namin today? Primary jurisdiction. Nabasa ko na ba siya? So nakatulog ako ng ano ba, 1 o'clock? Nag-alarm ako ng 7. So may 6 hours of sleep ako. Tapos 7:30, naging 7:45. And then ngayon wala ba kamuta. So that's my problem. Like whenever I have dreams, you call that I'm a vivid and lucid dreamer. Vivid is you can remember the details of your dreams. Lucid is you know you're dreaming. You can control the actions of your dreams. And I think I would associate that with one of the spiritual gifts according to the Bible. And there will become a time na ang sabi, people, lots of them will dream dreams kasi that's how God communicates. Ako nga, hindi ko may na-mind pa masyado. Like, ang dami kong mga dreams and promises with the Lord. Pero one of that, kailangan ko ma-embody na yun nga, my lifestyle, my mindset, perspective, how I view people, how I deal with them, especially with the same sex. That would be the detriment for my peace, my my soul. Huwag ko na daw ituloy yung mga binabala kong mga hindi magagandang bagay, pag-iisip, plano. Lalo na ang mga pagiging makasalanan. Which is, I admit, true naman. Dahil nitong nag-law school ako, napabayaan ko ang aking relationship, spiritual, ano ba, not naman routine, but the way I communicate with the Lord. I mean, I still have the faith in believing Him, but, you know, engaging in conversation, heeding the call, the purpose. May naging earthly ako, naging materialistic ako, mayabang. So, yun yung kinakatakot ko, na just because I'm successful in law school, na nadidistract ako ng things of this world. So, kailangan bumalik tayo sa basic. Basta yun. I'm happy. I'm happy na, ano ba, yung realizations ko of what I want and what I don't want in life. So, alam kong yung mga iniisip ko, yung mga ibang pinaplano ko ay mali. Pero dahil influence, environment, or alam mo yon, nakinikilig ako na, kaya ko naman pala, or bakit maganda na may buhay ko, kahit ano, why not add up to that. But it's very earthly, it's very superficial, it's fleshly. So parang lalabas is the mind, tama ba, the mind is strong but the body is weak, and I don't want that to happen. Parang actually itong pagiging maarte ko sa skincare, pati yan na call out dati. So, hindi ko alam ba tinutuloy ko pa rin. Pero kasi, ginastify. Pero, sana talaga. I'm doing it before kasi for other people. You want to look good for other people. Because you have a target. At ang target mo ay magjowa, lumandi, mag-flirt, ganyan. Pero now, ayan, every time na nag-skincare ako, it's just about yourself. It's just about, it's there. You have to take care of your body for no other reason. Because I've been, ano ba, what do you call that? Not comfortable. Yung meron kang, parang you shy away with who you are from what was you before. I lost the word. I'm very hindi incompatible, parang basta yung sa self-esteem mo before. I didn't have that confidence before, pero ngayon nag-mature na ako. Siguro it began like yung mga 30s ako, na I realized na you really have to love your own body, your skin, but it helps kasi na ni-research ko din naman parang what are the things that would help you, especially clear skin. Tapos ayan, yung diet. So I love my physique. Ang inaayos ko na lang would be my ngipin kasi nga hindi ako masunurin sa dentista ko. So ayan, dahil nandito ako sa probinsya at mawawala na ako ng weekends class, pwede na ako maging up to date with my dentist dahil ang tagal lang sira. And tama, kailangan ko na magpa-general cleaning. So yun lang naman. Ay, di ba? Super chika. So I'm trying to change how I rethink. May mga kinasanayan and mas lalo ko namang na-realize na talagang hindi ako pang relationship in the same sex. Kailangan talaga ay in line with the purpose ang aking mga ganap sa buhay. Well, kahit bata pa naman talaga ako, alam ko naman talaga na biologically what are the purpose and roles of a male, and ay mali. So may deadline pala kami ngayon sa later. May deadline kami sa ATAP. So kailangan ko siyang tapusin. I have that. saan ko siya nilagay nung aking SPA na parang gawa ko ay incomplete. So yun nga, with law school I can do it because of the Lord's guidance. Pero it doesn't mean na madidiscourage lang buhay mo na yan, pumapasa ka, nasasaboy mo yung org life, nag-excel ka academically. It's not just on you. It's because God is there, provisions sa problem, answered prayers, you have your support people around you na binigay din ni Lord. So I take them as my angels in life. Kaya wag pakampante, wag maging mayabang na lalaki ang ulo. And that's what I'm afraid of, because I know I have that personality na I get easily influenced, I get easily distracted from the philosophical and spiritual purpose because of this world, the lifestyle and all. Bakit isa na yung reading material? Saka yun nga, di ba? Hindi ako nag-aaral lang masyado. Tapos pumapasa. Nadadali pa na yung mga tanong ay yung mga inaral ko. So meron pang sinend na materials yung October 17. So that was last week. At hindi ko binasa. So ngayon, 3 PDF siya pagsasama-samahin ko. Pero at this time pa lang, yan, may mga plano na ako sa buhay. Anong po nang gagawin ko? My realizations this semester, it's really important that you have to stabilize your finances. So I got work today, and I've got work now, and that's my priority. Because how can you go to law school if you don't have the means? Na stress ka lagi where to get your daily expenses. Yung tuition, madali yan kasi pwede siyang installment. Pag nagkaroon ka ng lump sum or something, o magbayad ka. Pero yung everyday, your pamasahe, tapos yun nga, if you're renting pa in Manila, and then your daily expenses, mayroong bigla ang kain sa mga restaurant or celebration with org mates or your tropas in law school, that's something na hindi mo mababudgetan. Libro, pwede ka makinom sa library, PDF files, scribe, reviewers ng ibang estudyante, which kind of works. You just need to really have the time to read all of them and check which one works for you. So for me, ano ba, parang feeling ko redirection. Hindi naman because I'm always like, I have a plan, but I have contingency as well. It just so happens that what I think would be the best for me, last minute or the day after I made that decision, there are changes, there are messages, actions from God that will deter me to pursue what I have thought of, what was I have planned for. And I'm learning that, because ako kasi gusto ko parang medyo sigurista ako. Gusto ko everything is set in place already. I have a routine, pinag-isipan ko siyang mabuti, na na-psych ko yung sarili ko na ganitong oras gigising ako, eto yung sweldo ko, or eto yung mga gagawin ko, eto yung activity ko, eto yung free time ko, magpa-plot na ako ng calendar schedule ko, kailan yung long weekends, kailan ako pwede mag-book ng flights, ano yung mga bibilin ko, mga ganyan. Like, ano yung mga expenses ko na kailangan bayaran, ano pa yung mga plano ko. So, I overthink and I plan super ahead of time. Like, ang daming mga layers yan. Na that's why, masira lang yung isa doon. It has a domino effect. Kasi parang, if I put my mind into something, that's already perfect. Napag-isipan ko na lahat yan. Problema, loopholes, how to achieve it, other means to get to that purpose and something. So ako, transferring here in the province, I'm not really ready at all. Like, 3 yung bahay dito, hindi ko alam kung saan ako mag-stay at kung alin yung mas okay sa akin. Commute wise, pagising, trabaho, then salary wise, magkano ng salary dito sa probinsya. Although I can have other source of income, medyo tinatamad naman ako na kasuhin siya kasi nga it's very technical, and pag pinursu ko siya, hindi lang yung buhay ko ang apektado, may mga buhay din na ibang apektado, and I don't want to inconvenient that, and I don't want na ilabas yung pagiging tigre ko or yung mean, kasi it's pag pinursu ko siya, it's fighting for what is right, which I know I am, na wala naman akong ginagawang masama, but these are, there are people who were erroneous on their end and who don't want to accept their liability, their accountability. So I have to pursue some procedures against them, but that will resolve one problem. And then in work naman, ano ba to? Hindi pa, wala pa rin. In work naman, I'm fortunate that kahit anong work, ang daming offer. Ako may mamimili, depende lang sa benefits, sa sweldo, anong klaseng trabaho. But I ended up with this work in the province because this is my gamble to something bigger, something to better, something more stable, because at least here in probinsya, it's very mapayat. I know the people around. It's just a matter of the number of zeros on the paycheck, how many digits. But in terms of free time and study time, that's what I chose. Pero it will be perfect and it will be well balanced kapag nakuha ko na yung mga position na tina-target ka or mag-open up in the coming days. Maybe the earliest is in 3 months or 6 months time I can get promoted. Kaya lang, I started October, so I need 3 months or 6 months evaluation first for recommendation. Pero ang ganda nung magiging pagtaas ko sa career ladder, provided na talagang, walang issue, walang inggitan, like it's merit based. Kasi I know that people just being me will have an issue about it, or will get intimidated just because I know myself, I know how to do my job efficiently. Mabilis ako magtrabaho and magaling ako sa trabaho ko. And sometimes people sees that very pabibo, or parang syempre mako-compare sila, or just because sila yung dapat nasusunod kung sa pag-ascend, or dahil sila yung matagal na sa work, baka sa car take over, magganon ka, which is ako, basta gagawin ko na yung gagawin ko if I have the credentials for it, if I can do the job, then I just apply, and then you do the interview. Kasi sa HR, iba yung potential, iba yung ramdam mo kesa sa work of experience. That's my take, ha. You can always have this certain number of years of experience, but did you learn? Did you progress? Did you develop your leadership skills, your assertiveness, your critical thinking skills? Or you're just good at it because practice makes perfect, and then that's it. Kung ano na itinuro sa'yo, yun lang ang gagawin mo. Nothing else. You don't even step up. You don't even adapt with technology, with creativity, with mga progress sa research, sa science, sa methodology. But for me, being medyo bago-bago pa, techie pa and all, I'm very madiskarte. And again, it's about efficiency. Ipunin lahat ng trabaho if I want to do it in 1 hour, 2 hours. Serious yan. Parang ganun din ako mag-aaral. Because I'm a moody type of student. kung kailan ako may creative juice. Kasi may nabasa nga ako na parang pag inaantok ka, matulog ka. You'd rather have 1 hour or 2 hour quality study time than i-push mo yung sarili mo na 5 or 6 hours pero walang pumapasok. So that's me. And for me, before I celebrate or before ako mag-petics, I want that everything on my task are done. Meron akong accomplishment para I won't feel guilty about it. And you know, work is work. Parang ano ba, output base. What do you bring to the table? So ngayon, meron akong tina-target na positions, higher positions. Although I'm relatively new and I'm still bata, I don't see that sa panahon ngayon. It's all about your talent, your skills, especially your potential. Na di ba, the company, the workplace should bring out the best in you, your potential. So ako, I'm multifaceted. So ayan, medyo enthusiastic ako sa work, may interpersonal skills. Pero syempre, ang strength ko talaga is admin, like creativity, ideas, and then people will do the ministerial one. Although I still do ministerial jobs, I do it na maayos. Nag-enjoy ako doon. Like tipong pagre-rename ng files, pag-check ng mga papel kung complete yung pages, the information, because that's what my training is. And yun nga, all of it, pagiging teacher, pagiging nurse, medical records clerk, so talagang detalyado. Medyo nauusi pa ako na, ba't kulang yung cellphone number, or ano to, ba't hindi na fill out tong form na to, nasan yung attachment ng ganyan. Kasi gusto ko kompleto para pag may hinanap, it's there, saka walang sisihan na kaninong trabaho to. Yan, accountability, tracing, kaninong department may error, kaninong nagkulang, kasi minsan hindi kasi pwedeng basta-basta na lang, putyo-putyo na, basta have to follow na lang or whatever, kasi nakakalimutan siya. Saka yun nga yung sisihan, which is ayoko ng ganun. Kaya yung mga learnings ko in other field, in professions, na-apply ko siya sa law school. So prayers lang talaga, kasi I have a certain amount that is acceptable to me. One is for my lifestyle, because bago ako mag law school, I am me first. So meron ako mga what you call that, non-negotiables. So if I feel like magsasuffer yung kusino ako, like the person I am before entering law school, then law school can wait. Dahil bakit ako ma-stress? Bakit ako ma-depress? Bakit ako mag-hardship? Bakit ako mag-struggle sa law school when hindi ko naman ikamamatay? Na hindi, hindi maging maayos yung law school, or hindi ko siya matapos agad, or ma-delay man ako, or whatever. Parang I have time, I have the patience, I have the energy, the personality to put out on that. If it will be jeopardizing my mental health, my body, my stress. So ngayon, ako iniisip ko lang muna i-finals, because yun nga, baka mamaya gumawa na naman ako ng plano, tapos mayroon palang ibang plano sa akin si Lord. So I just have to wait and trust the process. And yun nga, hindi pa naman ako na-feel talaga ni Lord. Parang, diba, 1993 pa lang, di na ako sa mom. So kulang ako sa aruga, kulang ako sa pagmamahal, kulang ako sa lahat. Like, that's the hole that was left in my life, that nothing can fill up that hole, that longing part, that missing part. But here I am, like, in the standards of, I would say, ordinary standards, I'm a survivor, I'm thriving. So pag nag-iibo lang ako, if I feel like kawawa ako or api ako, that's the only time na nag-iisip ako na, ay, sayang naman, or parang madidepress ka. Kasi if things were otherwise, na perfect or tuloy-tuloy lang dapat, diba? I wouldn't have any problems. But on the other end, I wouldn't be this strong. I wouldn't be this wiser, smarter, and palaban, and madiskarte kung hindi ko siya na-experience. So, that's how I see life. Pero syempre, masaya din na, yun nga parang, does the end justify the means? Kung magiging successful din naman pala ako, at magiging maganda ang buhay ko in the end, mayaman, sa professional career, tapos I can do the things na what I have imagined my life would be, kung hindi pala ako pupunta, dahil nga everything happens for a reason. Sabi sa Bible, bilang na ni Lord yung bilang ng buhok mo, na kung yun nga mga kalapati ba yun or animals inaalagaan niya, how much pa na ikaw na creation niya. So why do I have to suffer going there? Yun lang yun yun lang ang nagiging problema ko. But still, I'm thankful and optimistic about life. That's why my advocacy is, hindi naman din advocacy, parang may personal belief lang din would be talagang, you need to be kinder with other people. Kung hindi siya makakadagdag sa'yo, hindi ka naman niya inaano, why be a source of stress? Lalo na yung mga bully. Pero meron talaga mga situations din lalabas na, yun nga, pag wala kang humility, prideful ka, masama ka, pag kinanti ka, lalabas na yung ugali mo, diba? May mga tao kasing binibwisit ka or buwisit talaga, pero I'm trying to work on that, na just don't mind them. Your energy, their negativity, it will not add on you. But if you make patol, diba, na-decrease pa, ikaw pa yung kumunot ang noo, ikaw pa yung na-stress and all. So, 8:30 na, wala pa rin. Maybe I'll have breakfast. Pero, for pila, tingnan natin. O, diba? Oh my gosh. 20 slides na agad yung report ko. That is just submission number 8. Ang gagawin ko, submission 8, 9, 10. So, balik na. Yeah. So, ayan. Gising na yung diwa ako. Kasi, nakapagtapos na ang kape. O, diba? Para lang akong dog show divas ni Bao sa kanyang McCoy Dubs. Ang daming mga sinabi. Kasi ganyan ako mag-isip. Iba-iba. May fluidity ba? May continuity ba? So, what's in the PCA ruling? Nanalo tayo about sa mga territory natin na everything that's being contested by China is within our 200 nautical miles EEZ. And this features sa mga islands, reefs, mga bato. It shouldn't be contested because to begin with, it is within our area. At saka pag sinukat mo siya, may tinatawag na ano ba yan? Equidistance. Like if this is China, this is Philippines, tapos eto, yung nose ko or yung mouth ko yung pinagko-contest. So, saan mas malapit? Diba? Yung Palawan, mas malapit siya, ganun. So, China, bakit ka umaabot dyan eh? Your pinaka outmost island is your Hainan. Your Hainan. Oh, pag sinukat mo yun, 200 nautical miles coming from that, even reach that contested island. So, kaya tayo nanalo for that. And then, yung mga actions nyo, sinasabi yung historical claims. But no. Before, meron pa sinabi dito na, de facto. Yung de facto occupation ng China in these islands, like sa Scarborough, and then sa Second Thomas Shoal. Before, Filipino fishermen are, doing their fishing, they're harvesting the fish and all resources there. At pinapayagan pa nila din kahit yung mga Chinese fishermen. Tapos yung inoccupy nila ng China. Biglang Pilipinas ngayon, mga Filipino fishermen ngayon ang bawal and all. So, yan. So, submission number 9 natin is the alleged failure to prevent Chinese nationals from exploiting the Philippines' living resources. So, yung mga issue na they harvest giant clams, di ba? Kapal ng mga pagmumukha niya. So, that would be my submission number 8 issue. Ayun na pala, nasimulan ko na siya. Slide 2. So, the Philippines allegation with respect to this concerns development. So, this is about Mistress Reef and Second Thomas Shoal. So, the low tide elevations lying within 200 nautical miles of the Philippine baseline. Saan pangit ng gumawa ng slides anyway. So, the PH position. So, factual background. So, gawin natin ang historical timeline. 2013 daw, China has maintained a significant presence of naval and Chinese military S. What is S? Chinese military ships vessels near Second Thomas Shoal. So, as reported by the Armed Forces of the Philippines, there's 2 vessels at Ayungin Shoal. Ayungin is what we called as the Second Thomas Shoal. And 5 CMS Medea vessels have been monitored to be deployed in the shoal and its outlying areas on a rotation basis. Tapos parang yung shoal, isa siyang paikot, tapos may isang opening lang. So dun sa opening, dun lang nagbabantay yung Chinese ship. So wala na makakapasok na Filipinos or mga fishermen there. Something like that. Kaya yun ang nagiging problema nila. Eh, di ba nakasulat nga sa 200 EEZ, yung economic nun, kaya nga siya economic. Kung sino yung coastal state, at tapos yung pala. So, therefore, China is not the coastal state or the party that is concerned in this. Dahil nga, malayo sila. Then, the Philippine Marine Detachment maintained a wreck of the BRP Sierra Madre. The Armed Forces reported the presence of, ang dami kung ano na to, Hainan. So, Hainan nga yung pinaka outskirt na pinanlalaban nila. Detachment in Hainan, okay. The Philippines military has likewise reported that Chinese vessels escorted by Chinese government, o di ba bongga, Chinese fishermen sila pero may kasama silang Chinese government ship. O, talking about talagang showing of presence, bullying. The Philippines report that on May 13, 2013, at least 33 Chinese fishing vessels were said to have been fishing at the Chinese-occupied Mistress Reef and nearby features. So, okay, nag-submit. Ang haba na nito. But, sige, tapusin ko muna ito. So, yun lang muna. Mukhang wala na namang klase. Natutuwa ba ako na walang klase? I would say 20 to 30%. Ay pala, natutuwa ba ako na walang klase? I would say 70% to 80%. Why? Kasi pag binasa ko yung libro, sa 2 hours na to, kung magbabasa ako, matututunan ko naman siya. The 20% would be, of course, I need cases, relatability, direct to the point na, so class, imagine, ganito ang nangyari. Alam mo yung application, integration, nung binasa mong theories and principles on how are you going to apply that. Para, shortcut method na sa akin, hindi na ako mag-iisip. I get a concrete example of what I have learned or what the book says on how it's going to be applied in the practice. Kasi totoo naman yun. As educators, your role lang would be like to facilitate learning. You let your students learn on their own and then you guide them. Kapag may misconceptions, you have to correct that. Pag may kukulangan, you have to supplement that. But, ano nga ba yun? The actor, the master of the stage or something. So, as teachers, hindi, as a 21st century, educator or learning style, hindi na the teacher is the origin of knowledge na, okay, class, makinig kayo. You write this down on your notebook or ganyan. This, na laging magdi-discussion. May term doon sa teaching pedagogy. The sage or the master or whatever It's just you just have to guide na lang the students kasi it should be experiential learning, it should be independent learning. Meron namang ZPD, di ba? Coming from what you have learned, o katulad dito, admin law. So, constitutionality, how you read your laws, StatCon, di ba? Meron namang RA, tama ba? 9173, public good something ethics of public officials. And actually, importante sa akin tong admin law. Gusto ko tong aralin at ma-perfect kasi ang daming mga taga-gobyerno na umaapi sa akin. Wow! And then, na mali-mali yung mga ginagawang servisyo. And part of my my racket is dealing with government agencies. And I don't want to be abused. I don't want to be fooled. I don't want to be lied. And power trip, circumvent, wanton discretion. Wow! Siya? Grave abuse of discretion, conduct prejudicial to the interest of the public, mga ganyan. So, I'm trying to learn the things para na maprotektahan ko din yung sarili ko. And eventually, I deal with some businesses. I can represent them properly. Kaya, etong agency, contract of agency, and then admin law, very timely because that's one of my problem. Yung racket ko ay naapektuhan just because there are certain people in the government who are not doing their jobs. I would say, hindi naman bully. Basta, may mga impacto na sumisweldo sila pero ayaw nilang gawin yung trabaho nila. Tapos tayo pang mga ordinaryong tao at mamamayan ang nagbumukhang may kasalanan, nagmumukhang tanga, nagmumukhang hindi sumusunod, nagmumukhang maging Diyos-Diyosin sila, amuin sila, when in fact it's their work. And legally speaking, pag ito sinabi mong steps, procedures, requirements, yan na yun. Yan yung susundin natin. But anyway, I don't want to stress about it. Okay pa din naman siya. It's just na hindi na siya ganun ka-stable for me. At naapektuhan na siya kasi I've been dealing DS since I entered law school. So, problem started for that. May mga issuance ng mga memo na you have to question, pero bakit ako lang? Diba? It should be the sambayanan, it should be the people who are really affected. Kasi syempre yung sa akin, it's about personal interest. Pero yung legality niya, yung pagiging right niya, diba? Para ako pa yung mag-push ng pagbabago at mapag-initan. I'm not ready for that yet. But definitely, if we go into practice, I can specialize on this admin law. So kung magiging government lawyer ako, or mas maganda dun sa private ako yung magiging counsel ng mga inabuso, ng mga minalign, ng mga niloko, kinurap, ganyan, mga red tape, civil service cases, ombudsman. So, patatanggal natin yung mga impacto na hindi kasi imagine mo, sarap-sarap ng buhay nila, salary grade, may 13-month pay, may 14-month pay, may mga kung ano na pang mga bonuses, di ba? Tapos konti lang yung trabaho nila, if ever na yung paperworks lang yan. Bakit hindi pa sila maging thankful? O tapos yung issue pa ngayon sa civil service na ang daming mga positions na open pero hindi nila ma-fill upan kasi yung mga nasa gobyerno na dapat aangat kulang sa civil service eligibility, sa training, sa seminar, sa MA, or may opening nga pero naka-reserve or hindi fini-fill upan agad. It's happening. So we deserve better government services, and if ever na tayo man, kasi I used to do government work, one of my first real work na may sweldo and all. Sabi ng principal ko, kung ano yung trabaho mo, yun lang ang gawin mo kasi yung accountability niyan. So it's very important na natutunan ko yun. So, these are the people who are really concerned with the quality and integrity of government service. Sabi niya, kung ano yung nasa job description mo, kung ano may tawag doon na position description form or whatever, yun ang gawin mo kasi may mga percentage doon how many. So, ako nga, yun talaga ako more on clerical, ministerial tasks na paperworks, documentations. So, that's what I learned. Ay, ano na. Andiyan na si Prof. Pumasok na siya kasi nag-open na sila. So, magkaklase na ako. Ay, magba-background ako. Tapos, nung next na work ko, ang naging issue, the next na work ko sa government, parang once or twice a month lang ako may gagawin. I just have to monitor how many vaccine, how many ampules ng gamot are left in the fridge that I have to report, and then ang laki ng sweldo. Like, in my standards. Salary grade, ano ba yun? Although it's not temporary, it's not a permanent position. Ay, nakakonek ako sa headphones. No. Wait. Sorry, ano nangyari? Nag-log out sila. So, mag-leave tayo. Bakit? Mag-check tayo. Ano nangyari? Nag-picture lang kami for attendance. Diba? Pero hindi ko narinig. So, nag-picture sila at ng open cam. Dead May. Okay, so success na naman tayo. Nasunod din naman ang ating walang klase. Bawi na lang sa finals. So, as I was saying, so yung second job ko, ang laki ng sweldo. Tapos ang trabaho ko lang, once or twice a month. Magsasabit lang, as in, naka-template na siya. Itatali ko lang ilan yung dumating na supplies, ilan yung natira, kailan yung expiration. Sabit na report. Tapos yung isa kong kasama, which is mas mababa yung position, saka yung salary grade. Malaki din difference, parang difference of 5,000. Mas marami siyang trabaho. Kasi siya naman, mga plans, mga progress report yung gagawin niya. Tapos, tumutulong pa siya. So, this is in rural health. Tumutulong pa siya mag-vaccine, magtimbang. Which is, ginagawa ko din naman. Pero hindi yung sa apelitan. Hindi yung parang automatic na. Kasi, may mga nurses, may mga midwife na trabaho naman nila yun. So, ako, nandun lang ako laptop. Pag kailangan nila ako, tutulong ako. Or pag gusto kong mag-BP, assist. Syempre sa mga workplace na gano'n, parang, pakikisama and all. Kaya lang naisip ko naman, hindi ganito yung standards pag nagtrabaho ka sa ibang bansa. Kung ano yung trabaho mo, yun lang. Kung makikisuyo ka, that's okay. But you don't expect people to do your job or to help you because dapat technical tayo. Saka yun, medyo stickler ako sa rules. Tapos nung tinatanong nila ako, magre-renew ka ba? Parang nakonsensya naman ako na nung ibigay na lang yan sa iba kasi parang kung ganun ang gusto nyo na sinusulit yung effort ng isang tao, go, meron pang mas deserving dyan. Saka nakakonsensya ako na grabe, ganito yung nag-uubos lang ng pondo yung mga people in the government na ano tong trabaho na to, ang laki-laki ng sweldo tapos eto lang, may mga ganyan. So if ever napapasok tayo sa government, we want to see changes and be the agent of change na una, to begin with, dapat magaling ka. Ikaw mismo dapat, alam mo yung quality service. Tapos, ayan, tataas na naman yung sweldo. Parang, dapat yung nasa government, if this is the minimum rate, mayroong mga plus 20% or plus 25% man lang ang rates ng nasa government. Because you want the best people to be in the government. Kaya nga nagpa-private yung isa dahil maliit ang sweldo sa gobyerno. Pero paano yung gustong magsilbi or gustong i-share yung kanilang knowledge and skills and pagiging magaling and yung passion for service sa government kung medyo hindi balanse na mas maganda pa rin sa private service kasi there are people who want to be in government service pero walang backer. Tapos yun nga, kasi ang standards mo lang basic lang, basta may civil service eligibility or basta ganito lang, pasok na. Paano yun nga? You still have potential, multiple intelligences, interpersonal skills, communication skills. So all in all, sino may better impact sa service? But these are all things in your mind na opinion mo lang. You cannot do naman it if you're not there, if you're not part of the system. Pero nakakasad lang na yung mga idealistic, yung mga matatalino, sila pa yung mga masyashame, sila pa yung nagmumukhang masama, especially if they really have the heart and the good intentions to do it. Although syempre the world is not perfect, merong mga matatalino at mga talentado na ginagamit sa kasamaan ang kanilang God-given talent, skills, knowledge, and all. So let's not be part of that. At meron din mga tao na wala namang ginagawa sa yung ibang tao pero gusto pilit mong ginagawang hostile yung environment. Ba't di ka nila maging masaya sa buhay mo? Wala ka ba ibang problema? Like, anong uulamin nyo? Anong lulutuin mo? May labada ka ba? Meron kang plancha or sinaing? So, yung mga chismosa, yung mga mapanirang puri, diba? Yung mga backstabber. I mean, understandable. May mga tao na may certain limits lang. They cannot do things that other people can do easily. Or for example, may mga tao na nahihirapan yung sa iba naman because they're gifted or they're just super sanay or nag-upscale sila. They can do it flawlessly or efficiently, easily. So, you shouldn't compare yourself with those people because may ginawa sila para mag-improve. Or yun nga, inherent in them na talented sila, magaling sila. So, you just focus on yourself and the only competition that you have to deal with is your past version. So the challenge should be how to improve in all. And for me, I think I'm improving in law school, especially this third semester. This is a good validation on all my efforts. And looking back in retrospect, I would say na this is the educational journey I chose na nag-enjoy ako, that I deserve. That's why I don't want to fill it with negativity. I know when to stop. I know how to compartmentalize. Kasi nag-enjoy ako sa ginagawa ko. Natututo ako. Nag-excel ako. Parang, hindi ko ma-imagine yung sarili ko na, totoo ba? Nag-gets ko ba? Bakit? Kasi doon naman sa nursing, saka sa teacher, yeah, in a way, I know na, yes. Pero not really like this. Na talagang, i-announce ng prof na yung performance mo. Parang, not naman comparing, but, parang, ang hirap. Ano ba? Contradictory. Yeah, hindi mo maiwasan pag-compare. But, how you perceive it, the results of the information that you get, diba? For research and statistics purposes. So para mag-excel ako sa law school, then I'm doing something right, and I'd like to keep that, but maintaining my sanity and all. Or maybe just because I'm very playful with it, I don't take it seriously. It's not really a stress for me, but it's a happy experience. And if you're doing something na, with positive thoughts, you're just enjoying it. Di ba sabi nila parang, do something that you love so it doesn't feel like work. And for me, law school is that. Reading, report, I love that. And the challenges, and debate, tapos the singing part. So it doesn't really take that toll on my end. But it's the environment, it's the people. That's why wag na tayong dumagdag pa sa stress, diba? If we have deadlines, if we have contributions, we do our part. Assignments, lalo na yan sa mga BDEL, problema yan na sa halip na yung buhay mo nila inaasikaso mo, pati yung ibang tao, mga request nila, concerns, monitoring, and all. So for me, yan, nag-enjoy ako sa paggawa ng report, nag-enjoy ako na masabihan ng very good, kasi I know the quality of my work. And pag talagang interested ako sa isang topic and all, ano talaga yan, even at the back of my head, I know that mayroon pa yung mga additional pa FYI. So may mga pictures, may illustrations, visual learning and all. Hindi lang siya basta report at iba yung nasa slides kapag ni-report ko. May mga side story pa yan, chismis. So yeah, pero definitely there's a huge change that will happen in my life, this whether I like it or not, in the current status, in the current timeline. My law school life will be affected because of this new work na naisip ko na rin naman, na mas malala pa dati, na kung tinanggap ko yung isang trabaho pa, na actually naman talaga yung original trabaho, kung natuloy ako doon, iniisip ko talaga, shit, baka masilaw ako sa pera. Kasi nga, petics work, ang taas ng sweldo, tapos gabi pa, ang ganda ng schedule. So baka mapabayaan ko yung law school ko. Pero being here in the province, one of the takeaway, because I'll have more time to upskill, attend seminars, trainings, and I can get the certifications that I need, that's nursing related, para in preparation if I want to secure 6 digits income, whether as employed or independent practitioner, or if I'm gonna go abroad again to work. But definitely I need these certifications. So one is the nursing license for abroad, NCLEX, and then the other one is for a different work and position. So I'll use that time. But if I can balance law school and nursing, then better. But I'll just wait for the days to unfold and what God has planned for me. But better days are coming ahead. I'm excited. It's just, you know, the transition phase, yung ano ba, pag-adapt. Sabi naman nila, changes in life, scientifically, research-wise, parang what? It will take you 6 months to really adjust. First 3 months, and then the next 3 months, and then you can only see the effect and fruits by the end of the 6th month. So, kung nag-start ng October, November, December. So, January, February, March. So, after ko matapos ang Proby, and then it will call for a celebration kasi April, May, summer. Pero, ayun pala yung problema. Kung meron pa akong 8 ticket sa SEMPAS na may expire at pinapagamit na sa akin December. Pero bakit? February ko siya binili. So, may expire siya ng February. So, kailangan habulin yun. So, pag may leave benefits na ako, that's nice. At syempre mag-ipon. Pero focus muna tayo ngayon sa PIL talaga, para eto na yung last class ko na talagang, kung hindi naman, pero hindi na ako dapat tawagin dito, tapos na ako mag-report at naka-assign yung reporter, pero baka mag-revalid na daw kasi, like blindfolded chismis, kung ano man. So if ever man na matawag ko mamaya, Lord, sana po house states are created, house states are extinguished, elements of the state, Montevideo Convention and all, para masagot ko at ma-explain ko kasi that's my report. And United Nations Trustee Council, or yung mga functions, responsibilities ng 5 organs of the UN, actually 6 pala. Yun lang sanang matanong. Or eto nga, PCA ruling, kasi special report to, pero 5 kami dito. Imagine mo, 500 pages to. So, sa akin, ang inaaral ko ay page 261 to 415. Chinese activities in South Chinese Sea. That's submission 8, 9, 10. Then 11, 10. Then 11, 12, 13 ata. Yung sa partner ko. At kinuha niya yung page 1 to 116. Which is, magaling yung partner ko. Magaling yung kagroup ko na yun. PMA top 1 siya. So, pati sa reset and report. At kasama din siya sa group namin. Actually, nabigyan sila ng feedback. Pero ako, since absent ako dahil dun sa debate, hindi ko tuloy alam kung ano ko, midterm score ko. Pero dahil magkaka-group kami, I would assume naman na, syempre, pasado din. Saka, hello. Kulang na lang. Magsulat pa ako dun sa pinaka-back page nung parang naubos ko yung 20 pages ng booklet. Hindi lang 20, mga 25 or 30 pages yung booklet. Kasi talagang last page ko, item number 18. May sasagot ng pa 1920. O, diba? Ganon kadami yung mga sinagot ko, inilaban ko. Kaya, I wouldn't be surprised if mataas yung grades ko. Speaking of that, sige, mag-game tayo. Based on my performance and my answer, so, pasado eh. Hindi lang pasado, nasa top quartile. So, I would say, my grades, 82. Tapos, kung galante talaga si Prof, 82 to 87 ang midterm exam ko. At pag gano'n ang lumabas, at ma-maintain ko siya. So, Lord, please po, talaga pagdasal ko lang po. Mabawi ko yung nawalang jiwa sa akin last semester. With all these good grades that I have received this semester. Pambawi po talaga. Hindi ko naman dinadasal na maging Dean's Lister kasi nga hindi ko kaya mag-full load. Pero sa akin discount. Parang 50%, 75%, depende sa jiwa mo. Pero you have to take 16 to 18 units. Hindi ko kaya, 15 units lang ako ngayon. Pero 16 sa. Pero, yeah. Ngayon, as early as na manifesting, hindi ko pa alam talaga yung rules. But I think pag ang jiwa mo is 84 and above, you can do Latin honors or kung ano man yun. Hindi ko masyadong binasa yung student namin. So, basically, sana ma-maintain. Pero paano kayo ma-maintain kung 4 or 5 subjects lang ina-enroll ko? It's the idea lang na yun, sabi ng character ni Will Ashley sa Bar Boys, I could be more if I have more, which is true. That's relatable. But I don't want to be dramatic about it. I don't want to dwell on it. No crying over spilled milk or yung hugot. Hindi yun naman kasi masyadong ramdam talaga yun na it will make or break me. Because at the end of the day, I'm still secured. I'm still blessed. I would say still privileged na I'm taking law school. Privilege na pumapasa. Privilege na hindi pa nade-depressed. Privilege na kaya ko pang pagsabay-sabayin. Privilege na I have a good support system, whether they understand it or not. Privilege na wala namang masyadong nagre-ridicule pa sa akin na ba't pa kasi nagtitik ka pa ng law school or maayos na may buhay mo dati, kung anong kagaguhan ng pinasok mo, gumagawa ka ng sakit ng ulo, something like that. Wala pa naman akong tawag doon, mga kontrabida sa buhay, basher or something, kasi alam ko naman na sa success ko maging happy din sila. They might not understand it now, but in the end, when you get that success, they will be part of it naman. They will be happy for you. Pero syempre, mas maganda, no judgment, just support or just plain silence. Walang side comments, walang mga pagtataas ng kilay, kasi that's the usual problem na ba't nag-aaral na naman yan, ba't di nila magtrabaho, ba't di nila mag-abroad, sinayang pagiging nurse, may mga ganyan-ganyan kuda. But they don't know the challenges na for every 75, for every very good, for every appreciation, sobrang laking bagay niyan sa atin. suspension of classes, walang klase, maghabol ka ng reading, yung time natin, it's very important. At 1 hour na to, ang haba na. So, maybe that's my entry for today. And today is October 26. Oh my gosh, lapit na ng birthday ko. My birthday is within this week. Bye.